Time Warrior is the Doctor is called in by UNIT to investigate when a number of scientists go missing from a top security institute. Following the kidnappings back in time to the Middle Ages, he is unaware that investigative journalist Sarah Jane Smith has stowed aboard the TARDIS. As events unfold, the Doctor discovers a sinister alien intent on altering the future of mankind. This serial is famous for three things. The introduction of the Sontaran race, it introduces Sarah Jane Smith, and we get to learn the Doctor's home planet is called Gallifrey. The Sontaran Lynx is very well performed by actor Kevin Lindsay, and the design of Lynx is quite unique, and his uniform tells us that this is a race of beings that are a warring or militaristic type and are always at war with someone and look upon every other species as lower forms of life than themselves. Seeing Lynx's head, it is quite different from aliens before him. He is not scary or beautiful. It is more like function. I think that's the only way I can describe it. It is just a large head, yes, but it is plain. No designs, tattoos, or scales. It is just a large brown head with some hair in random spots. Basically, a Sontaran looks like a hairy potato, to put it lightly. Lynx himself is an interesting character and quite villainous. He sees everyone as primitive and will kill anyone at a whim, and has everyone repairing his ship non-stop like robots. Not a very nice Sontaran. With most companions, it takes a while to like them. With Sarah Jane Smith, I liked her immediately. She is strong, spunky, smart, and independent. Very much a model for women and something to represent the women's rights movement at the time. I like how she took charge at times to progress the story and didn't trust the Doctor at first. She thinks he is actually behind everything, and when she is on her own in the past and medieval times, she rallies a group of people together to capture the Doctor. And when she teams up with the Doctor later, she does what a regular companion does and asks questions, but with her, she still maintains her independence and intelligence, which is what all female companions will usually do, especially with that type of woman. When Liz Shaw left, the Doctor requested a new assistant, but this time it seems he has not. I guess he's still depressed about Jo leaving. In fact, he is very rude to Sarah. Sarah is a reporter who is investigating the disappearing scientists while she is undercover. The Doctor finds this out and lets her stay and gives a sexist remark that they need someone to make the coffee. I was appalled he said this, but at the same time I understood why. He is trying to distance himself from getting close to like he was with Jo. It's some good tension between the two characters while at the same time showing how different Sarah is from Jo and what her character is really like. To me, it looks like Doctor Who has gone back to what it had done before with the female companions and progressing them. Not keeping them being, just look at a monster and scare. They're actually progressing them, updating with the times, and making them stronger. Since the beginning of Doctor Who, the Doctor's home planet is never mentioned by name. For the first time, it is mentioned. Originally named Gallifrey or Gallifrey, depending on how you pronounce it, it was changed at the last minute to Gallifrey. Nothing else really to say about this, but it's just a bit of history that it took 11 years for them to come up with a name for this planet. Also, as a bit of trivia, this story is the first to title each episode as parts rather than episodes. This will continue throughout the rest of the classic era with the exception of Destiny of the Daleks, where they go back to saying episodes, but I'll get to that one eventually. This story also has a new title sequence, one that will continue until 1980, and will be redesigned for the TV, movie, and the revival series. It has a time tunnel or wormhole, and this introduces for the first time the diamond-shaped logo title that will continue to be used until 1980. I like the original designs. There were just some wavy designs that gave us suggestions of time travel, but with this new logo and the time tunnel, it's no longer an exception. It's not as psychedelic as it used to be, but it looks a lot better and goes along with the formula of Doctor Who and actually feels like travel going down this time tunnel. With the story mainly taking place in medieval times, they filmed on location in a real castle at Peckforton, the Peckforton Castle in Cheshire. But some scenes were shot in studio and the sets looked amazing. They looked believable, real, and unique, for there were 2 different castles, and the set designs for the look of the two different castles are so different and look amazing. The actors who played the other roles in the medieval time area performed them very well and seemed very believable. I thoroughly enjoyed this serial and is a great way to start Series 11, which is unfortunately Jon Pertwee's final year as the Doctor. I give the story 4.5 stars out of 5. I look forward to seeing what Series 11 holds for the Doctor, how Sarah Jane's character develops, and how the Third Doctor's era will end. And I will see you next time. See you then.